Hey, hi, good morning. It is a incredibly windy day today here. The wind just stopped, just for like a few seconds probably. But we're gonna make a window basket. Nope, we're making a hanging basket today. We're not doing a window basket. I just bought a huge, like absolutely ridiculously massive hanging basket. I keep wanting to call it a window basket, so I might do that through this video, and I'm sorry. Hanging basket. We're gonna make a hanging basket. Where it's gonna get hung is a really great question that I don't have an answer to. But I want to get the basket made. It can just sit, it can hang out for a minute until I figure out exactly where it's gonna go. I think I found the spot. I think it's gonna go there. How perfect is that? Fabulous. Good job, Robbie. We figured it out. I've got a dead pot right there. So I built the we built the arbor and the door. And then I hung this basket up here and it had Creeping Jenny in it, and then we just never hooked it up to irrigation. So my bad. Whoops. We'll go ahead and just take that off, and then I'll put the hanging basket there. How fabulous is that going to be? I think that'll be perfect. You can see how windy it is. Allergy season is upon us, which is just awful. Brent's actually at the store picking up some Claritin right now because both of us are just slowly dying with all these wonderful things blowing in the air. Isn't that disgusting? Oh my goodness gracious. It's very early in the morning, so the sun is like coming in sideways right now, which is like my favorite time to get out in the garden. Let me show you the window basket. I'm sorry if the audio is absolute garbage. So I picked up this window basket like a week and a half ago. It's really heavy duty, very thick, and it is very large. Let's see if it says the size. 16-inch, so it's a very large window or hanging basket. I cannot believe I keep calling this thing a window basket. Hanging basket. What I'm going to go in with is two of these right here. These are Super Petunia Vista Fuchsia. I paid $8.99 for these guys. Very pretty. I've never grown fuchsia before, but it looks like it's a kind of a darker pink than bubblegum. Granted, these have no blooms on them yet, but eventually they will have blooms just like those right there. That's Bermuda Beach. So I'm going to use two of the Super Petunia Vista Fuchsia in here. And then I'm also going to go in with one of the Super Verbena Peachy Keen. Very excited about this one. I've never grown Peachy Keen before, but I've grown a lot of the other verbenas. I've grown Whiteout. I've grown the Sparkling Rose. I've grown Cashmere. I've grown a lot of them, but I've never grown this one before, so I'm very excited about it. It's a very pretty color. And then I'm also going to go in with a dichondra. This is Silver Falls right here. I am a sucker for dichondra. I would like to use a lot more of it this year, so I've got 3 more in the waiting. I think I'm going to use one of them, and what I'm going to do is I want to turn this into one of those jellyfish baskets. I don't know if you guys have seen those before, where you plant up the top with kind of mounding plants, which these will kind of mound, and then they'll hang down a little bit, but then use dichondra in it also, and that gets really long and hangs down, and it kind of looks like jellyfish tendrils. It's really cool. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a hole in the cocoa liner down here, and I'm going to plant it upside down. So what I'm going to do is, see that giant hole down there? I'm going to cut a small hole in there, and then I'm going to shove the plant through the bottom of it, and then get it to grow down that way, and then it'll hang from the underneath really quickly. That should buy me some time with this. Instead of having to plant it at the top of the hanging basket like this and having it spill down and wait for it to cascade over, it'll be on the underneath side, so it'll already have that cascade effect, because the petunia and the verbena should spill over, so the dichondra is going to have to compete for a while. If I plant it on the top, it'll have to compete until it can surpass it, and I would probably have to go in with 2 of them, one on each side, to get that effect that I want. But I think if I go in with one on the underneath side, what'll happen is I won't have to have it compete so quickly with the other 2 plants, and it'll just get to immediately start growing down, and it'll be in the center, which is exactly where I want it to be. So we're gonna get to work planting this up really quickly. It is so windy out. This is it died down. It's completely blowing my neighbor's oak tree, which is really pretty. I love that view, but it's never windy like this. I just looked, we've got 30-mile-an-hour winds, which isn't super crazy, but it's kind of crazy because we never get 30-mile-an-hour winds at all. And the gust is even higher, so it's very windy. Okay, the hanging basket is done, and I'm sure you saw once I did the dichondra, I raised it up on some pots so that way I can plant up the top and not smush the dichondra. There really wouldn't have been a way to do the dichondra after because I couldn't have flipped this over. So dichondra first, raise it up on some pots so that way the dichondra isn't getting smushed, and then plant it up the top with the 4 plants. And I do want to say this is probably not a budget-friendly project. I love full transparency over here, and so I've done some calculations. I spent $40.95 on just the plants. And the plants alone were probably the best priced proven winners in my entire area. And compared to online, they were about $7.99 for 2 of them and $8.99 for 2 of them. The dichondra was $6.99, so that brought plants to $40.95. Plus I used 1/3 bag of soil, which was $3 because the bags are about $10 a piece. They're actually a little over $9, so a little over $3. And then fertilizer, I bought this for $5.99. It was on sale, normally $9.99. I bought it at Ace Hardware, and that was probably like maybe 25 cents worth of fertilizer, at most 50 cents. And then the hanging basket itself is $36, bringing our grand total to just over $80. So not a very budget-friendly hanging basket, but the hanging basket is something that I'll have for a very, very long time. Many years. I'll just have to replace the cocoa core, and the plants are unfortunately just annuals. And then this also doesn't factor in the cost for the drip tubing that I'm gonna run, which will probably be like $3 for drip tubing. So probably close to like $85 once we're all said and done. And then I did go through and I did decide to mulch the top of the hanging basket just because where it's at is full sun. And so if I throw a little mulch on there, that's going to help with some water retention on it, especially because it is a cocoa core. So water is just gonna pour through it. It's not going to like really retain a ton of moisture. So hanging baskets can get a little tricky with that. So you want to get one that has a really big reservoir, especially because I did 5 plants in here, which is a lot of plants, but the plants need a big reservoir. Honestly, I probably should have not even done 5 plants. I should have done maybe like 3 plants, like 1 petunia right in the middle and then 2 of the verbenas, but I really want this to be big and showy. This is also going to go on a weekly water soluble fertilizer, so that hasn't even been calculated into the cost. So this hanging basket is definitely not a budget-friendly hanging basket, but that way I can keep it real with you guys and show you guys or tell you guys how much it costs. That doesn't even also factor in the hook, which I think was like a $20 hook. Insane. So I'm gonna grab the ladder now, and we're gonna take that dead plant down, and I think I'm gonna play with 2 spots. So I think I will hang it on the hook there. I'm actually gonna play with 3 spots thinking about it now. I'm gonna also try hanging it just on that board that's right there, just to see how low it hangs, because this is kind of a long and big hanging basket, and I don't want the hanging basket to be down here. I want the hanging basket to be kind of up high. And then I'm also thinking about possibly hanging it on the center bar right there and having it hang in front of the door, because the door doesn't actually lead to anywhere, and so a hanging basket there might be really pretty. Just a little heads up, Brent and I are talking about removing the door and putting in a pedestal and an urn, and then having it be like a pergola with a planter right there. The door's great, but I just feel like we need a really good pop of color right there, and I feel like plants and an urn might be more of a statement piece than a door. I've loved the door. It was a great project. It was a really great learning curve, but I'm not sure it's my absolute favorite thing in the garden. So we're gonna hang up the hanging basket and just try out those couple little spots really quick. looks so good. I cannot wait for it to actually fill out. So, tried the side with the hook. It wasn't it. So I moved it to the middle. I thought even if I hung it up on the actual side on the 2x4 up on the top slats, it still just wouldn't quite be it. So the middle is definitely where it needed to be, and it's going to be so beautiful once all of that starts to cascade down. Brent is going to run the drip irrigation that it needs in the next today. The next couple hours he'll get that done today. But I cannot wait. We're going to add a 1 gallon per hour emitter to it, so it gets plenty of water but not overwatered. If we went in with one that was like a 2 gallon per hour, it would just be too much water and it would just be pouring out all of the nutrients and everything. So 1 gallon per hour should be plenty. So I think that's good. Also, you're probably noticing that these are not straight or level, because they're not. This side actually ended up sinking into the ground quite a bit, and so it's kind of torqued the entire thing. So yeah, which is kind of crazy because these are 10-foot long posts, and they're sunk into the ground quite a bit. But I guess the ground just is too wet and it just settled too much. So now she's got a little lean to her, but it's okay. We all have our issues. We're not mad at that. But the hanging basket there is going to be so pretty. And I realized too, the verbena actually kind of plays off of my neighbor's shed. So it'll just kind of be, I don't know, it'll tie into the background a little bit, which I think will be really, really nice. So I think that is really pretty right there. It's going to be perfect. And my favorite part of it is probably the dichondra. I think dichondra is a really beautiful plant. It can be a little bit of a bully in the garden, but it's so pretty. And I realized while I was doing this that I had done some shopping the other day, and I did not tell you what I bought or take you along with me for that. So I ended up going back down to Gridley and I bought more plants. She had texted me saying that they got in another shipment of plants. So before we say goodbye today, let's go see what I got, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do too much filming. My tripods keep falling over because of how windy it is. It's a little insane. So I picked up some Wicked Witch coleus. I picked up 7 of them. They were $8.99. They're so pretty. This is one of my favorite coleuses. If I can find them, I buy them, because it just performs so well, and it doesn't start flowering until the very end of the season. So you really get to just enjoy the foliar growth. Wicked Witch, one of my favorites. Honestly, the name sells me on it, but also the plant does sell me on it. I love the like dark burgundy and then this chartreuse green on the outside of it. It gets a really, really good size, and it can handle some sun. I tend to plant them where they get dappled sun, and it says that they get about 40 inches tall, and that's pretty correct actually. They get quite large, and I like to use them in floral arrangements. And then I did pick up a few more Bermuda Beach. I picked up, I think, 3 more of these guys. Bermuda Beach, Super Petunia. Beautiful, beautiful petunia. I've got 3 more of them, bringing my total to 9 of those guys, which is perfect. I should have just bought 9 the first time I did it. And then you guys saw, I picked up some of the Superbena Peachy Keen. I can't believe I didn't even show you guys all this before we got all that planted, but this is a verbena that I'm really excited about. I picked up a few more dichondra, and then I did pick up 2 sun patiens and 2 more of the Medusa orchids, or the Medusa ipomea over there. Okay, so the original plan with the window basket was to do a shade window basket. I was going to do the 2 sun patiens, and then I was going to do the 2 Medusa, and then I was going to do dichondra Silver Falls. And then I got home and I decided that I wanted it to be a sun basket, so it is what it is. Dichondras, they're really pretty. And then these right here, oh my goodness, sun patiens. I'm so excited to start growing sun patiens. These were $9.59 each, and then this one was really full and really beautiful, and about 7 minutes ago that tripod over there fell and snapped off the 2 biggest branches, which will be fine. It will rebound, but it was really big and it was really healthy. But whatever, it'll be all right. It's got blooms to come, but the blooms that are on it are absolutely spectacular. And then the ipomea, so pretty, the Medusa. So now I've got to figure out what I want to do with these guys. I've got these plants right here that I had set aside for the window basket. So, not the window basket, the hanging basket. Oh my goodness gracious, get my life together, Robbie. I cannot. And then I did also pick up some more of these pot feet. She has the best price on pot feet. and they're really, really pretty. They're very just like subtle. They're not like super loud and big and chunky. Like those ones are big and chunky. They look like shoes on the side, and so I don't typically like those ones. They're fine. They do all right, but I just really like how like subtle these are. They're not just like in your face loud. They're really, they're really nice. These ones are also made in Italy, so I don't know, I kind of like the stamp that's on them, but they were really affordable. So I did pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more packs of pot feet, and I do have 2 more over there also. She's not a big fan of the wind, by the way. And then I did buy a bunch of these petunias. These are the Super Tunia Vista Fuchsia. I've never grown these ones before. This is what I just put in the hanging basket. They're obviously not flowering right now. They were $8.99 each, but I did buy a whole flat of them, so I bought 8 of them. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe use these and bubble gum up in the front yard, so that way I can kind of see them together and see kind of how they perform. I think that'd be very interesting. I was thinking about doing these ones underneath the window box on the ground. So I think this is where we say goodbye. I still haven't taken the tags off baskets. My plan for today was to get dahlias planted and to get some of my petunias planted, but I just don't want to dig in all this wind. It's a little too much. So maybe if the wind dies down, I'll come back out, but maybe not. I need to get everything watered because everything is drying out so fast because of the wind. So that's how I'm going to spend the afternoon. Thank you guys so much for coming and visiting our garden. The window basket is spectacular, kind of an expensive project, but honestly, I think it'll be so worth it, the show that we're gonna get. Weekly water-soluble fertilizer. I will go in and I'll probably do slow-release fertilizer 2 or 3 times this growing season, and it's going to get daily watering with drip tubing. So this is where we say goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.